People ask me what I do, I'll just say I help women entrepreneurs and some men, if if they're men in a group or if they're coachable or open, I help women and men to make more money in their business, to make more money in their business that we all want. We're in a business to make money, and I just say that. And if that gets their attention, then they'll ask me for more, and I'll say I help women and men in their businesses because you probably notice how we all might get on our way of doing the things that we love to do. And I help with that. I just help to take out of the way all the things that block us and prevents us from getting what we want. And that's how I do that. So, a little bit about my story. Who am I and why I qualified to talk to you today as a healer and a coach? My story goes that when I was a child, we had a good childhood with my brother. He's 2 years older than me, but there was also that abuse of our father, which we, as little children, we didn't understand. He was physically, emotionally, verbally abusive to our mom and then to us. And you might be familiar with that because 85% of us, research says 85% of us come from dysfunctional families. So some of you might relate to trauma or abuse in your childhood. Um, as little children, we don't have that intellectual capacity as adults to understand why a parent will punish you or beat you up or whatever for no reason. So we thought that we were doing something wrong, and we were just sometimes even ashamed or but also scared, and we didn't know when our father would be in a good mood or not. So when you grew up in an environment like that, you carry that between every cell in your body forever unless you realize that you can clean that and heal it and release it. All the trauma, all the post-traumatic stress disorder and the anxiety, that you can heal that. And that's what happened with me. I knew I'm going to heal. I really wanted to heal because I was getting upset and angry why other people do everything they want, they achieve, and I wasn't. So I really wanted to get to the bottom of that. And I found amazing healers and coaches and mentors that helped me. And one of them, I'm forever grateful because she was my mentor and friend. She introduced me to the world of essential oils. And right at the time when I needed it, and I don't know if you guys use essential oils, but she just put that flower on me, on my shoulders when she did facial on me and said, this will give you more power, self-esteem, courage. And oh boy, did I need more self-esteem at the time and more courage. So the rest is history. I learned why essential oils were used for thousands of years for emotional healing because they're the only substance that can go at that amygdala, that powerful part of your brain where all trauma memories were stored and all other emotions are stored, and nothing else can release them, but only the power of pure aroma. And because they're also balancers in nature, when you look in nature, everything is all about harmony and balance and beauty. So that's what they do for us when we extract them from the plants or the trees that we use. And I also wanted to share that I just started different modalities too. I was excited. I was going to expos and teaching and sharing. Um, and the things that I learned that helped me the most, I'll just share quickly as much time as I have, because I know I thought that I will have a timing, but it's okay. Um, one of the most important things, as I mentioned earlier in my 2 minutes or so, is our relationship with ourselves, with that inner child, that aspect of us that might be frozen in time if we didn't integrate with her or him. It's just energetic thing. Oh, good. I have time. it's energetic thing on an unconscious level where we don't get up in the morning and think about, ooh, I gotta integrate my inner child. We don't do that. And sometimes people might go through life and they don't even ever realize this aspect of life and how important it is. Because if we were traumatized and we're frozen in time in fear, and don't feel safe to show up in our business, in our life, it will obviously affect us. And this is my story, how, I just went through life and I was hiding and I was scared until one of my coaches taught me that if you're moving 2 steps forward and 3, 4, 5 steps backwards, 2, 3 steps forward, 5, 6 steps backwards is because I need to integrate that. So I learned that 11-step process where I was connecting with her, and you just say to your inner child that you love her or him, like, I love you, because they need love in order to trust us. I know Roxy talked about trust, the trust with ourselves, with the inner family. We have those other inner family members, but the inner child is the most important one. To tell her or him that we love them and that they're safe. So I say that, I love you and you're totally safe. Now I have the wisdom, I have the experience. We're okay. We're totally safe. No worries. And that became my daily exercise because a little funny that I have the coaches and healers that told me, oh, you got to heal your inner child, or you got to heal your victim consciousness, because being punished like a child, but also the ancestral stuff that I carry. You probably know generational trauma, the ancestral stuff. We Bulgarians, Bulgaria is where I came from. We were under Turkish slavery for 500 years. So, of course, I'll have a little victim consciousness, through my ancestry. So it's kind of funny that I do healing and that, and then 10 years later, another healer tells me, oh, you still carry some victim consciousness. Oh my gosh, I thought I healed that. So they're just layers, and we need to heal and release so we can be safe and show up and do the work we are here to do in this world, to help the world heal one person at a time. Another important thing I learned from my coaching institute is that we have our unconscious mind and our conscious mind. And these two minds need to work together, because if we consciously say, these are my goals, I'm going to reach my goals by the end of this year, but a few months go, 6 months go, and nothing happens, it's because we didn't share with the unconscious mind what we're healing, what we're releasing, what we're doing. So if the unconscious mind has no idea what is happening, it will reinstall whatever we released and healed. And that's not what we want. I call that doing all the healing and all the things, like putting water in a bucket that has no bottom. So we don't want that. So it's very important to integrate those two minds. A great thing I learned also is that we need to direct our energy. This is my every morning routine since I learned that, because energy exists and everything is energy. And as the smart guy called Einstein says, match the frequency of the reality you want and it's yours, right? So your dream, it's available, but we need to connect with it energetically to really bring it physically in our reality. So when we consider that, and that energy is everything, words, for example, words are 90% energy, but we also have to imbue the feeling and the emotion, because another genius that I love is Dr. Joe Dispenza. We can only think, we can think higher than how we feel. So the feeling is everything. So when I direct my energy in the morning, I learn to be in my love place. Do you all have a love place? Something that you absolutely love and adore and makes you feel so good? For me, are my grandchildren. I have 5 of those beautiful souls, and they're so wonderful. I imagine hugging them now. Maybe if you don't have those, you might have a furry friend that you love, or maybe walking on a beach, being there and hearing the waves and being in Mother Nature, or walking in a forest, or meditating under trees. So whatever is your love place, be there. And then you just direct your energy, who you are, what you want, what you're creating, and be specific. Be specific of what you want. Like lately, I've been saying I received my 2,500 hours client today. I got him quiet for my I do 10 steps breakthrough process, which includes all of the things that I'm talking about and more. Or I received 5,000 hours speaking engagement this month, and I do this consistently every month. To be specific, because just when we laugh, we remember better. As one of my friends, she prayed to win the $1 million lottery. So she prayed to win, but she didn't say that she wants to win at all. So she won, but it was $1. So we need to be specific when we pray or ask and direct our energy for what we want. Um, Another thing that I kind of learned is that we need to understand all those things that we inherited from our past, other people's perceptions and beliefs and the cultural stuff. Like one of my favorite mentors had a mom and a grandma that talk about money in a very negative way. So all she heard when she was a kid about money or people that have them is, okay, we're the good people and they're the rich people. So like the good people are different than the rich people, or the rich people are so bad. Nonsense, right? So it took her a while to clean this up and realize that rich people can be amazing and do so much and donate so much to make a difference in the world. Don't we all want to do that? I know that money is important, but what we do in this world, the legacy we leave behind is helping this world to be a better place at the end. At least as a coach and healer, people sometimes cry and ask them, well, what would you like to create? What are you working towards? What is your purpose here? And through tears, they say, I just want to make a difference. I want to see happier people and a better world. So if you have money, I say money in the hands of good people, it's a very good thing. So how we heal that relationship with money and the perceptions and other people's beliefs. We need to heal that because we're our own people. We have our own beliefs. And if we feel we got to clean up something we inherited, it's just catching yourself like during your day. You say, that is an interesting belief. It's like a little exercise. Is this my belief? That is not my belief. What else is available? Oh, that's better. That is my belief now. So I'm going to stick to that one. So these are just things to catch ourselves with and understand. And I just wanted to kind of share that. And again, money is energy. Many say currency, flow. And again, match the frequency of the reality you want, match the frequency of money with your own frequency of thinking and feeling, how you feel about your life and even about money. Are you excited? Are you in that? I call that the 0 point. You might know what is the 0 point, where you clean up so much. You're at that point where there is nothing else of that stuff, that we don't want. And it's all that you can have. It's where anything is possible and you can have anything you want, the 0 point. So excitement about that because money is happy, exciting. You can do so much with it. So are you there or you're stuck in the smallness or in a fear or desperation and doubting yourself and your genius? So these are just important things to be aware and catch yourself during the day if you might say, that wasn't so kind, including speaking to your body. I don't know how much time I have. Speaking about your body in a loving way, I hear we
About
have,
4 minutes.
yeah, I see that. Thank you. I catch myself sometimes that I forgot to tell my body that I love it. And I was told I have to make that another daily ritual to say, I love you, body. I love you. You took me through life. I'm so grateful that you took me through life. I love you, body. I love you, body. I love you, body. Because if we talk in a negative way, your body will hear that. Or sometimes people, they say, oh, they come from the fear or not liking their body or lifestyle or diet or whatever. So depends how we look at things in our life and what we want to create. Again, it makes a difference. If we say, oh, I'm gonna go on this diet, and if we're like, ew, from the way that, oh, something is wrong with you and gotta fix you, how you think your body will like that? No. Nothing is wrong with your body or yourself. Just looking at in a curiosity and I heard about that. Let's kind of explore that. What is that giving me? What kind of food I need to eat? It has been a little time with me finding that I have to be gluten free, corn free, and dairy free to feel good in my body. So I shifted to that in a way from curiosity. I don't know how that happened, but if I don't feel good when I eat those stuff, I would just not eat them instead of, it is just very important the energy we put in everything, health, money, business, relationships. So anyway, I know my time is probably coming up, but I'm gonna put a link in the chat. If you guys can relate to whatever I'm talking about and you might want to explore more, I give 30 minutes consult and root cause session to everyone that is curious and want to explore that opportunity. So I'm going to put my link in the chat and grab that through LinkedIn. Actually, I'm putting my LinkedIn and my website because I have a little glitch with calendar. I'm sorry, through the last few days, I'm not totally confident that it was fixed. So find me on LinkedIn or connect to my site and take advantage of the 30 minutes and let's connect. And of course, I want to hear about you too. So let's do that. And I hope you get something out of it. I don't know if we're supposed to, if you guys have any questions, I guess we have a little time. If you have questions, go for it. I don't know how much time we have, but again, let's connect and continue that conversation and anything you might want to talk about or ask me. Again, I mentioned that I do this 10-step process. It's like a 10, 12 hours process where I include all the coaching that I learned, going deeper to that deeper level where we find what is in the way because I heard all kinds of stories, people thinking, oh, it's this or that, but it's actually that they made a belief that I don't want to be happy in my life because, or I don't want to be successful in my life because people will ask me for money and will try to take away stuff from me. So that is a limiting belief. We don't want to carry that. I carry the belief that I'm not wanted for a long time. I'm totally vulnerable, but I want to share this with you because my mom was traumatized when she was pregnant with me. And healers, intuitives, my holistic practitioner even detect that on his machine energetically. So how you go through your life in your business, if you kind of like antenna, broadcast, oh, there are my oils, there is my class, there is my massage, but oh, you don't want that. It took me a while to heal that my mom wanted me, she just didn't want it, the trauma. So there's some things that we really need to look into and let's be your archaeologist and your detective together so I can help you heal whatever needs to heal. Well, thank you. And I think somebody's asking me about my link. So I'm going to put my link, but I don't know where we are. So when that clears, I'm just going to put it where I'm supposed to put it because now I see a chat.
We got less than a minute now.
Okay, okay. So thank you so much for
and you can drop it in the chat, Ilka.
Yeah. You can drop it in the main room too, so everybody can see it. You did great.
Thanks for coming.
Great job, Ilka.
Good job.
Thank you, guys. Let's change the world.
Yes.
All right, let's leave that.